For a second, but I'm back on. It's Galena the Mystic here with your intuitive collective tarot message, and we have the Four of Wands and the Forgiveness card in the center of the reading. So I'm seeing a lot of relief coming your way, and as I was saying, anything that has been really painful to endure over the last 3 weeks to 3 months is being alleviated for you. So I hope you guys are feeling this cosmic shift. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a big excitement energy, and we have illumination here too. So it seems like a lot of the clarity and the epiphanies you've been praying for are coming in, and it's very, very exciting. I also am seeing you overcoming this feeling of being trapped or feeling depleted, feeling like you really have to push yourself to the brink. And I can totally relate to this energy. So when you're seeing this, comment and let me know if you're also sensing this. But it's like this breakthrough energy you're having where you can really finally start to recapture your energy. You've been divinely protected and guided through this entire season, even during those moments where you really felt like you had to protect yourself and go into your shell, especially because we have the Hermit here. So yeah, we have Melissa saying prayers answered today. Thank you so much, Melissa. I claim that for you. That's so exciting. I feel like a lot of the collective's prayers are being answered this week, and you're gonna see these blessings kind of trickle in. It's bringing me back to, was it last week's message or the last one I uploaded where we kept pulling the Nine of Wands? So with the Nine of Wands energy, I definitely feel like a lot of our blessings were like 90% loaded, and it was so frustrating because it's almost like we weren't seeing anything. Almost like bamboo, you know, bamboo grows under the surface. So I'm literally seeing it in my mind's eye right now, like bamboo growing under the surface for a really long time. I think it takes like 10 years for bamboo to break the surface. And then once it does break through, it grows several feet in just a matter of days and weeks. So that's kind of what's happening here. It's like when we were looking at the surface of the earth or looking at the surface of our lives, we weren't seeing anything. But now it's like all the blessings and breakthroughs coming in at once. And it's like, wow, God heard me the whole time, or Spirit heard me the whole time. And your angels and your guides always had a hand in this entire season. And you are seeing how you were always guided and protected, and there was always abundance present because all of your needs were met, even when you couldn't move or function the way you wanted. Because with this Ten of Swords reverse, and also, sorry guys, I have cards everywhere, but with this Ten of Swords reverse, Eight of Swords reverse, and the Six of Wands reverse, it's almost like you felt like you can take action, and it's definitely giving like executive dysfunction. Maybe some of you have ADD like I do, and or maybe there's something else going on. Maybe you're struggling with depression because you weren't seeing the point of some of the hardship you're dealing with. And especially with the Six of Wands reverse, you could have been blaming yourself for it, thinking if I just hadn't made this mistake, or if I just hadn't moved in this one particular way, my life could be good right now. There could have been a lot of regrets. But I'm seeing here Spirit giving you a lot of grace and showing you were actually just being kind of hidden from your blessings. And with, sorry guys, I'm reading the chat. Rosal says, hi, how are you? Hi! I have, like I said guys, I have ADD, so I get distracted really easily, and that's also how Spirit communicates with me. Spirit tends to like interrupt me mid-thought when I need to say something important. So I do want to say, like, you're not a failure. If anything, like, you were being limited in your access to the things that you want and the things you're working towards, so that you didn't, in some cases, sabotage it. Not that you were like self-sabotaging necessarily. Like, this is not, Spirit really wants to emphasize again and again and again, like, you didn't do anything wrong, you're not doing anything bad. Maybe some of you are seeing the scarcity in your life as like a punishment, and that's not the case at all. So Spirit wants to say, like, no, you were being hidden, you're being protected, because if we had given you everything at once, one, it wouldn't have been like cooked all the way. Two, you might have unknowingly sabotage some of it, or you wouldn't have been ready. And then three, other people who were also not ready for you to receive this for whatever reason. I'm getting it's a multitude of reasons, especially with this Three of Swords. It would have disrupted the sense of stability. Even though some of you are like, what stability, especially financially. Like you could be dealing with financial insecurity or a lot of instability in your relationships. Maybe there's a lot of conflict going on with this Three of Swords, but it's like, believe it or not, you were more stable and you were more secure than if all of these blessings had come in at once on top of the chaos. Does that make sense? Please comment down below and let me know if that makes sense. But yeah, I've been in this energy. So anyone who's wondering how I've also been going through a lot of the same things as the collective. I've been getting messages from you guys, which is awesome. And you guys just sharing how weird this season has been. It's almost like through the challenges, we're closer to the divine than ever in a lot of ways. And some of you feel like you were really pushed to your breaking point, but it really wasn't your breaking point, because as we said in the last live stream, your spirit is unbreakable. Your light is certified unbreakable, and it has been impossible to keep you down. You really have not been swayed the way that you felt you would be at times when you were thinking of giving up and things like that. Vanessa, thank you so much for being a member of the channel. And Vanessa says, makes sense in relationship and financial area. Totally. And that makes sense because Venus is retrograde right now in the sign of Aries, and Venus rules our relationships and our finances as well. And it also brings up a lot about our values, how we value ourselves, how we value other, right? And so just know, again, it's not your fault. And this energy is going to be shifting into Pisces on March 27th. Before we move forward with the message, I do just want to thank anybody who's a member of the channel. You are so awesome for signing up, and it just really means a lot to me. It goes such a long way to help support me in making content. I definitely want to be live streaming more, and I do have timeless pick-a cards stacked up for you guys that I've been filming and trying to edit. But sometimes when I'm editing a video, Spirit literally tells me like it's not time to upload this. When it comes to divine channeling and divine seeing and things like that, it's not always up to me. Like I try to be on a schedule as much as I can for you guys, and I've definitely been inspired to pop up here more and to deliver more messages for everyone in the collective. But sometimes Spirit will just literally tell me like, now is not the time for this message, or I'll feel it in my body, like it's not the right time. So I hope you guys respect that, and I just appreciate you for staying tuned. But anyways, it looks like Thursdays are going to be a good time for live streams moving forward. So I'm planning on streaming again on Thursday next week. So stay tuned to that, and I will be emailing the email list with updates and things like that. So yeah, with the Four of Wands being at the center of the message, like there is big celebration energy here. And I have my Halloween cards today because I actually love Halloween, like even more than Christmas. It makes me feel super giddy and excited, and I'm getting this energy of fun times for you. And we have School of Light illumination with the veil with the future, right? So with this also zombie control energy, there's been a lot of attempts to control the future or anticipate, even on your end, just being really anxious, trying to anticipate what's gonna come and how you can prevent yourself from further harm, or feeling like you're literally on the brink of like losing everything because of just how tested you've been, and also just your physical exhaustion, feeling like you can't move forward. So you've been forced to release control in this situation in so many different ways, especially when it comes to relationships. There could have been some kind of like, some of you are going through breakups right now and you feel like all hope is lost. But like I said in the beginning of this message, like something about this is giving like it's not over, especially with Venus retrograde. People could be coming back from the past, especially around March 27th when this when Venus moves into Pisces, because that's a time when our deep soul ties and our soul connections and our soul contracts are going to come up, and we're going to feel really intuitively connected to our soulmates. And so during that time, someone might come back trying to seek forgiveness, or if you want to seek forgiveness, that might be a time where you really feel compelled to do it. And this can either bring closure, but for a lot of you, it's going to bring well, yeah, for everyone, it's really going to bring closure, but for a lot of you, it's going to bring chances to work on things with this Eight of Pentacles and to let go of the baggage of the past, for sure. Also with the Queen of Swords reverse, I'm just going to be honest here. It looks like someone needs to reduce their expectations when it comes to like expecting the person they want to, like, I don't know if this is like reassurance or Five of Cups reverse. Like some of you might not be realizing where your expectations of your partner are coming from a place of insecurity. So that's just what I'm going to say. And if that's not your message, you can totally throw that in the trash and not claim it for yourself, leave it for someone else. But It could be that you feel like you push your partner to the brink, or pushed the person on your mind, on your heart, to the brink by like holding the past against them as well. Like it could be that someone has tried to move on from the past, but because of the wound with the Three of Swords, Queen of Swords reverse, it's like you can't get your mind to move past it. So some of you have been struggling with rumination, and you might not be seeing how that's leading to control issues. So I know that message isn't for everyone, but just take it if it resonates for you, because I feel like that's important. With the Eight of Pentacles, when this person comes back into your life, you're going to see how there's nothing to be ashamed about when it comes to that, but maybe someone wasn't well equipped to handle that energy. So let me know if you're resonating with that. But yeah, with this veil and infinite possibilities, it's like Spirit is taking off your blindfold and finally showing us this week like where we were being pushed towards and why certain things didn't work out, and how it's actually making room in our lives for more possibilities and more expansion too. And also we're unlocking a lot of our hidden talents. And on top of that, we're going to be meeting Soul Tribe, who can help us unlock these hidden talents and really equip us with better resources and connections. Like you're going to be networking a little bit more soon, especially because you're getting out of this tired energy of grieving. Like some people you're grieving for like a really genuine reason, and you've had to like go within and really take care of yourself with this. And with this King of Swords too, it could be that you feel like there's a wall between you and someone else. It could also be that there's been trouble with like authority figures. Like this could be banks, right? Some of us struggling with financial issues, like housing searches or logistical processes that are really exhausting. So you just don't feel like you've had it in you to really be creative and to share the best sides of yourself. But with this hidden talents, it's like you will be surprised where this motivation and this skill comes from. Some of you that have been struggling with knowing where your gifts really lie, where your talents really lie, you're going to find very soon, and Spirit's going to show you this, like some kind of opportunity that you're stepping into. You're going to be really surprised with how good you are at it, with how motivated it makes you feel, and how you meet the right people to teach you in the right ways. And suddenly it's like you're excelling at something, whereas some of you might think that you're like mediocre at different talents and things like that. And I just want to let you know, like there's always going to be someone who's better at you than better than you at something, right? But it's not about being the best at anything. It's about showing up, being in community, and like working towards things so that we can make a good impact. And knowing that that's what makes us special is like our ability to choose to make a positive impact. It's not about like standing out in any way, even though you do too, because it's about you and your vibration and the way you transmute energy, no matter what role you have. Like some of you, you're very caught up in purpose and what role you're supposed to be in, and like that's creating confusion. And Spirit saying it's not about the role, it's about you, and it's not about your performance, it's about you. So just show up, and you'll be surprised at how you're able to move mountains just because Spirit is co-signing you being in that position. So I hope that that resonates with someone. Terry in the chat, thank you for being here. You said, I swear you're speaking directly to me. That makes me so happy. I'm really glad, because when I'm channeling live like this, it can feel, honestly guys, it can feel really uncomfortable for me because it's a lot of energy moving through me. I'm seeing words, I'm seeing visuals as well. I'm hearing things, and I'm trying to read the chat. It's kind of a lot. And so I'm really glad to get the confirmation, and thank you Spirit for that as well. So yeah, but yeah, you're seeing how like when it comes to you getting to a certain point, like you're worried about being put in the right place. You're always in the right place. You're always in the right place, and it's not something that you need to get yourself to. Another thing, guys, that's super exciting that I'm so happy to see here is eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. So like some of you are grieving because of the loss of a loved one. And so like my heart really goes out to you if that's the case. And you're seeing how this is enhancing your psychic ability. So it can be a really overwhelming experience. You know, I'll just talk about my dad for a second. When my dad passed, I was devastated. I was definitely grieving, but I started having spiritual awakenings. I would start smelling his incense all over the place. Also, sorry guys if I'm like sniffling. I'm like a little bit sniffly because of the weather and everything. But anyways, so with my dad, I started receiving signs and synchronicities about him everywhere. And I started having really vivid dreams where he'd be talking to me in my dreams. It was a very overwhelming experience. At this time in my life, I was also struggling with financial insecurity. My ex-partner was cheating on me and lying to me all the time and not paying rent. So I was working like 60 hours a week. I just lost like the love of my life, my dad, right? And I was having all of these spiritual awakenings, and I started thinking I was crazy. I've always been into meditation and stuff like that. My dad was really into everything esoteric. But when I actually had my powers activate in this way, it was just deeply uncomfortable. And I started thinking that I was like maybe evil or something like that. I started going back to church, ended up in a Christian cult, had to leave that. And then once I stopped suppressing that side of myself and realizing like, okay, I am having premonitions, I am gifted, maybe there's a reason behind all of this and I shouldn't be afraid of it, that's when my life started to change for the better. And I was able to like go on to actually start helping people and start my business and things. So like sometimes the breakdown leads to the breakthrough. And we could definitely talk about like spiritual psychosis versus spiritual awakening and that kind of thing. But like some of you lost a loved one and now your spiritual gifts are heightened and you're kind of like, what the heck? Like things are getting a little kooky, you know what I mean? It's getting real woo-woo in a way that might be a little uncomfortable for you, even you as an open-minded person, okay? So yes, this person, for those of you who lost a loved one and you're really feeling them on the other side, they are going to be guiding this journey very, very heavily. And you're going to be seeing how powerful of a force they are in your life and how they really are not gone. You know what I mean? Like the soul is permanent. So like this eternal connection they have to you, it's adding to your spiritual protection. And that's why even through this period of devastation, you've still felt so strongly that everything's going to be okay. It's because you have another person in your, or another spirit in your energetic field working in your favor too. So there's infinite possibilities opening up for you. For those of you who are grieving through breakup as well, it's like something in you is telling you it's not over between you two. So like you should just trust yourself now, you know, not that you won't feel the emotions of it, but we literally have like the Two of Cups reverse, the Moon reverse, the Three of Cups. Like you should still be happy. Yeah, because the High Priestess, because even though it's intense emotionally and you feel disconnected from your person, like you know what's really up. And with the High Priestess, like you can feel confident in yourself. And the Magician, like especially if you've been dealing with someone with avoidant attachment, like they always come back. They literally always come back. So like with the Magician, just trust in your ability to seduce and like keep your vibe high and detach from it. You know that they will come back, you know it's not over. And if you truly know that, you don't have to like focus on it, you know what I mean? So we're gonna see a lot of reunions and a lot of returns during this Venus retrograde period. There is a high chance for reconciliation for a lot of you guys. And also with the Witch here too, it has a lot to do with your own energy, you believing in your own magic and your ability to bring things forward, which is going to be enhanced by all of the blessings that are coming in that you knew were coming, even when you had no, like you did not have really a reason to think that, you know what I mean? With this Skull of Darkness blind spots, it's like you could have taken your reality at face value, you know? But you didn't. You trusted in the signs and the synchronicities. And there were probably times when you were like, okay, I've seen this angel number 100 times. Like, am I just like cuckoo? Am I just like kidding myself? Is this wishful thinking, right? And so with the Witch, like, no, you were manifesting those signs so that Spirit could say, we are still in creation. Every time you see an angel number, it's Spirit saying, we are still in creation with you and it's not over. And now we have Black Cat, fortune meets opportunity. So this is beautiful, like new jobs, like new connections, new like sources of income, streams of income that you just completely did not expect. Things like for example, guys, I was worried one time because I was like, I really feel in my heart I'm supposed to go take this yoga class across town, but I'm running a little bit late and I'm gonna need to spend money on an Uber if I want to get there on time. And I felt so guilty, but then I was like, Spirit's just telling me to go. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to meet someone important there, or I feel like it's gonna be really healing for me, so let me just go. I spend the money on the Uber, which is like $11. While I'm in the Uber, I get a PayPal payment from some random class action lawsuit. I think it was like Peacock TV or something that I had signed up for because I love watching Real Housewives of Potomac, but that's a whole other story. And so I like literally get $14 from PayPal like while I'm in the car. So like little things like that are going to keep happening for you, and it's the more grateful you are for those little blessings, it's just going to keep multiplying. And a lot of you, you're having huge breakthroughs, especially in career, is something that's coming up big time for you guys. And so yeah, Bex248, thank you for being here. You said 100% spot on. I had a little sign myself today, yay! And I love the rainbows and the hearts, and I'm so excited for you guys because yeah, I'm seeing this happen in like, sorry guys, sometimes I also stutter when I'm channeling too. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of this kind of thing happen for you guys where it's like the little signs and you just getting confirmation and then it's snowballing. And then you realizing like, wow, I'm such a powerful manifester. Like no joke, because with this werewolf, this has been one of the most painful transformations of your life. And you're gonna realize that some of the things that have ended for you, some of the cycles that have ended, it's just made more space for you to really be free, right? Reducing burden, more so energetic burdens, right? And then also you can't have attachment to how you thought things were going to be. And the less attached you are to something, the more you can just really soar, and the more that thing can really exist in your frequency and you're actually in alignment with it. So like, for example, if you've been overly attached to a partner or overly attached to one specific person, that attachment is fear-based. So now you're relating to that person through fear, where when you release your attachment, you're afraid to detach because you're like, what if I lose them? Or what if I let go of them, right? But then actually, when you detach, you made space for love to come through. And now you're relating to them through love and acceptance, which is what you want your relationship to be based in. So like some of you, you're in this territory now and it feels brand new. It feels empowering. You're also learning that detachment, that frequency you can create. Like some of you, you did this work relationship wise, and now you can apply that to your career or vice versa, right? And yeah, we have owl, wise seeing, wise action. So it's like the discernment, the freedom, the level up. You're so much more wise, so much more mature, and it's super duper exciting. So I love this for you. And yeah, let me know if this message resonated. And Izzy says, are you giving messages? I'm like, should I do like Venmo readings on here? I haven't done that yet, and I don't know how it would be for like everyone else who's also watching the video. So let me know, maybe we can do that next time. Comment once this video is uploaded, comment and be like, I would love for you to do personal readings on live. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Terry says, you're not kidding. So I'm so glad that resonates with you, Terry. And I'm really proud of y'all because in the collective energies, when y'all are healing and empowering yourselves, I swear I can feel it too. Like I feel so connected to you. And I feel like our connection has really grown in the last few months. And I think that's what's encouraged me to get on here a little bit more often. Also, thank you for your patience with me as I try to be consistent with like a content schedule and things like that. It looks like in the chat, people would like private readings. So we'll definitely do that on live very soon. Oh, you guys, your messages are so sweet. Thank you. So yeah, I honestly, I get really emotional when I talk about it, but like you are also special to me, and the way that this channel is growing, the way that my business has grown, it humbles me and it keeps me sane too. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon, okay? And yeah, I'm gonna send this also to the email list. Okay, love you guys, bye.